the U.S. Supreme morons, Obergefell versus Hodges, following the court's decision in June to overturn Roe v. Wade. So, opposing pro-choice, the pro-life views won out the Supreme Court. I don't know people less likely to have an abortion than two gay guys, but whatever. In a statement, Haggerty said the U.S. Supreme Court had, quote, already ordered what this bill seeks to accomplish. Rather, it provides new avenues to exploit for litigation and government enforcement actions against Americans who genuinely held religious beliefs in the traditional definition of marriage, close quote. So Senator Haggerty said it provides new avenues to exploit litigation and government enforcement actions against churches, essentially Christians. And Senator Marsha Blackburn said, quote, it's unfortunate that the Senate could not agree on any measures that would help protect religious freedom for Tennesseans. So, where do you stand on this out there is what I'm asking. Let's go to the phone lines. I've got some more on this story. This developing gay marriage situation here in the United States. You're live with us as we get the phone lines. You're on the air on the area code 731 here, blasting across West Tennessee. You're on the air, go.
Hey, Dan, it's Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Hey, you do know that I am an ordained ambassador of heaven, right?
What, I had somebody tell me that you're essentially a spokesperson for God. Is that right?
I sent you my identification card in text just now, man. Yes, I am.
So,
I'm actually a conduit. We're all like these little raindrops, and when the light comes into us, we have to get together and bond and refract like prisms off one to the other.
Here's what
and then we become like a rainbow. That's how rainbow. Yeah.
Here's my point, and I'm not. Josh, pardon me, that I have so much respect for you. I think you're brilliant, and but I don't think another Homo sapien possesses any sort of a sense, this a sixth sense that I don't have. I don't think you're privy to information denied me, is what I'm saying.
You don't believe in extrasensory perception?
No, I don't think I need a human spokesperson to run interference between me and God. I think he can tell me what he'd like to say. I don't, because what I'm saying is, if you're on a subway, let's say New York City, and this stranger, wide-eyed stranger, got in your personal space, and he said, Josh, because you have a name tag on, he saw it, God had told me to tell you this. Would you move closer to that individual or further away?
I would move closer.
I'd get out of there.
I'll be curious.
But you do think there are people that are privy to information denied you?
Yes, there are.
How would that be? No, really, I'm not taking you on it. I love to learn. Because I've not experienced that to where, I found that those spokespeople many times they try to convince me that they can read God's mind, and I'm not convinced of that.
Well, that's true, but God is actually He is thought itself. He's consciousness. It just depends on your definitions. Lots of people that say that they're spokespersons for, the creator of the universe are really not connected to the creator of the universe. There's an agenda, and, it's not that hard to, there's a litmus test, is what I'm saying.
Give me an example of that. What would you ask me if I said, Josh, hey, look, got a message from the big guy. He wants you to scratch me out a check for $10,000 by Friday, or he's going to take me home. how would you quiz me to make sure that that I was legitimate, that it was actually that you should scratch that check out? What do you do?
I'm going to ask you why. Because it's all at the level of the intention. Like the other text, the 911 text I sent you there.
Right.
It's it's the level of intention. That's where it all happens. And I could go into the banter about what the politicians are doing or saying, but that's just a commercial, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
with the gay marriage and stuff. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm not buying what you're selling right there, but that's fine with that. You and I can disagree. We've done it before. We're still friends. Now, gay marriage, go ahead.
So, like, the state can do what it likes in the state's territory, but the church is a separate jurisdiction. And it's as simple as that. If you're gay and you want to get married, it's fine. You should go to the courthouse and get your civil, license. Get your license. But God does not give lasciviously. He gave everything He gave to us with collateral. He secured it with collateral. So there's a system in place, and we're all in a system. We're all in the same system, and nobody gets to make up their own life rules. And life does rule.
But how do you square that with free will, though? That doesn't sound like free will to me. I mean,
we don't have free will, man.
Right, that's what.
Not really. I'll tell you what free will we do.
Yep.
Yeah, but free will is actually not when I can do it. My body, I do what I want. That's not free will. Free will is when I resist receiving for myself and instead choose to share it with others. And a lot of people are in robot mode going around like, I'm going to get what I want. Where's my thing? But that's not living. That's the commercial realm of the dead, man. Truth. Try to say it with mercy.
Well, I mean, are you talking about, pardon me, selfishness and love your neighbors, you love yourself? Do you think humans are capable of loving your neighbor? For you, example, your neighbor, think about your neighbor. Are you capable of loving your neighbor as much as you love yourself?
I try, man. I've done it before, and when you do become that rainbow, that prism that I was talking about a minute ago, then it's a beautiful moment, but it's hard to stay there, man. Yeah.
I wonder, it's not against my neighbors, they have some good neighbors, but I'm not sure you're capable of loving your neighbor as much as you love yourself. That may be too much to ask for. I mean, how could you possibly think about it? You could say that, but I mean, really. If it comes down to you, if it comes down to you or him, I mean, who's it going to be? It's going to be you. I mean, I'm sorry, it's going to be him every time. So, right? If it can, okay, if I walk up and I said, I'm going to shoot one of you in the face, which one you want it to be, Josh? You're going to say him. Right? Every time.
Okay, I'll take the bullet, and then a miracle will occur, because that's how the universe works. When we blink our eyes, we push away seeing, understand? So, yes, follow me here.
Okay.
Okay, so, what were we talking about? Man,
well, no, it's... Look.
Oh, yeah, neighbor, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm saying you're not capable.
Technology. It's a technology. It's not you're not capable, so you have to apply the tools. It's called faith above reason, and certainty beyond logic is also what it's called. And these things, they don't come easy. It's a real effort, but that's how we make miracles happen.
You're forcing a miracle. You're forcing the universe. The
abracadabra.
How would you define a miracle? the universe, the normal process of things in the universe would be put on pause in your favor, right? And you think you're that special? I mean, seriously. Do you think you're actually that special? That the universe would...
I think you're that special.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Special.
Oh, Josh, thank you so much. But I need a miracle then. I'll take the lottery. If you can make that happen, and then, okay, I'll follow you. But yeah, it's the natural order of things. Nature, the universe, stops the natural order just to benefit you. And I think I think you're a nice guy, but I don't think you're that special.
Well, now you're connected to God. Because you just said nature, the universe, that's God. It does. It stops everything.
For you.
But you got to understand how I told you it happened is when that prism connection happens. That we really transformative sharing. Here's the formula to become like God. It's you minus the ego plus transformative sharing equals God.
Man, I try to keep the ego in check. But you got to have some ego to do a talk show, put yourself out there. So, what am I going to do about that? I feel like you need to hear what I've got to say. Scratch me out check, Dan, for all these promotions that I'm about to bump you. Let's go viral, man. Let's spread the next virus. I mean the viral thing. And when you say go viral, yeah, you got to explain that these days, because COVID-19. Burn.
Yeah.
Do you watch Kenneth Copeland?
No, I never have. All I did is look at that and no.
You know who he is, right? Do you know who the guy is?
Yeah, he's a scary-looking fellow. He's a scary-looking fellow.
Well, he's a very popular, a very wealthy televangelist. He's been on TV for years. He has, I think 3 private jets that his congregation has bought for him.
I'm sure he does some great things too. Wonderful things. But
you sure?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he says he does. Or
I'm sure.
Markets it pretty well.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, any confidence man, by nature, they want to fill you with confidence. I mean,
yes, you can.
Obama! You just called Obama a con man. Josh, I tell you, man, it's good talking with you, my friend, always. Anything I can do for you?
All right, bro. Till next time.
What can I do for you?
Well,
name it.
I don't know.
Not that
I
I'll do
really
it,
don't
but
know, man. I'm trying not to think about myself. So, but
What are you thinking about your neighbor?
Yeah, I was actually, yeah.
You're a good man, Josh. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Always a pleasure to chat with you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you just said, but whatever.